welcome to my channel. Today I will be working on a spread that was suggested by one of my Instagram followers to celebrate 150 followers. I didn't originally know how I wanted to do this, but I went onto my iPad and kind of figured out what I wanted to do, and that kind of worked. So right now I'm figuring out what colors I want to use. Today is going to be a slower paced video so that I have enough time to talk and explain all of the items that I draw on the page. I'm very disappointed to say this, but at a certain point the video will go and cut out. I switched it to my iPad to kind of show my process, and then you get kind of a showing of what it would have looked like. What happened was that I was going and working on it, then my parents called me to go and talk about something. And then when I came back, I forgot to hit unpause, so I lost foot. I didn't end up videotaping it, so I'm really sad because I was really excited for this video, and this kind of screwed it over. I decided again to use my watercolor pencils with water. I thought that would have the best turnout for the colors without making it look too like if I used markers, then it would have been like an actual shape, and with watercolor I can have it go and fade away. You can kind of see one of the drawings at the top. I'll talk about that one since that one got cut away. It is a pair of pointe shoes that is to signify my love for dancing. I am part of multiple productions. We perform Dracula, Nutcracker, and a spring show. And then I'm also part of another company that has a summer show and then has a winter show. I'm part of multiple types of dance. I like to do contemporary, ballet, jazz, hip-hop, and pointe. Another one you can kind of see is a little character, Chimmy. I decided to go and put all of the BT21 characters to signify my love for BTS and BT21. I really do love BTS. You can't really see it right now, but there's also a glass that is it's supposed to look like a cup with ice in it. It's a caramel ice latte from McDonald's. It's my favorite drink. It's like, for example, it's the funniest thing. It's the cheapest drink out of Dunkin' and Starbucks, but it's my favorite. Though here's one problem. Sometimes at McDonald's, they'll be out or they're cleaning the machine and they won't tell me, so instead they'll give me coffee, which I can't do coffee for some reason. An espresso is so much more better for my body than the normal stuff. So when I have normal coffee, it's usually really bad because I get bad anxiety. working on a little doodle of a canvas with a paint palette. I'm very artistic and I'm very much into painting and drawing and watercolor and all those crafting stuff. The next one I'm going to work on is a drawing of my dog Murphy. He's my family dog that we've had since I was about 5 years old. I've never been able to draw him, and I think I finally was able to do it. I'm really proud of myself because I didn't think it was going to turn out well. So I had his little tongue stick out, and he's really old at this point. He tore both of his ACLs. He's like, his front teeth are like all gone, so his tongue kind of just like flops out and stays out now, and it's really sad. We originally thought he was a mixed terrier, but when we got like this DNA tester thing, we found out he's actually a corgi poo, which we didn't even think of that. And so it's funny because we go and look at him now and we're like, oh my god, it was like staring us straight in the eyes, and we didn't realize that. Right now I'm working on a little pendant from Mew Mew Power. That was one of the first animes that I grew up with. I used it to signify my love for anime. I really loved Mew Mew Power growing up. My sister had it on her little iPod, and whenever I was bored as a kid, she would go and just give it to me and I would get to listen to it. It was awesome. I don't know if I ever really got through the entire series. I think I always like kind of stopped at a certain point because I wanted to watch the first episode again. I liked Zoe, obviously. I liked Karina, I think her name was, in the English version, because she was a dancer like me. I don't know. I liked them all. They were awesome. The next one I'm working on is a little high-fiving drawing. It's to go and represent my functional tic disorder. In October last year, all of a sudden one night I started having like consistent tics. I originally thought it was seizures because as a child I had them, but when we got there it wasn't like they were starting to develop into voice, and over the past year I've been slowly going and reducing them with going to the chiropractor. The next thing I am drawing is my cat Weasley. She's my kitty, she's not my family's. I went and helped rescue her along with her sisters. I didn't think I was actually going to get her because my parents are both allergic to cats, but for some reason they're not allergic to her, so my parents were okay with me getting her. Actually, when I brought my dad to go and meet her, my mom had sent him to go and shut like the whole thing down, but when they asked when we would bring her home, he was like, yeah, we can bring her home Monday. That I didn't even think I was really gonna get her. I thought like I could hope all I want, but I thought in the end that they were gonna say no. I just couldn't get my hopes up. And now I love her so much. is like a little embroidery hoop. I enjoy doing embroidery, but I will be honest, I don't always do it. I've grown up with my mom being a baker, and she used to go and bake cakes for our friends and family for their birthdays, and she was like did character cakes that actually looked pretty they pretty much resembled the character really well. The next thing I'm going to talk about is The Little Bat. That's to mention my love for Dracula. I've been in this production since I was about 7 or 8 years old. It's one of my favorite productions, and I love doing it every single year, and I would love to continue doing it as long as I possibly can. The next thing is my sewing machine. I do really love to sew. I don't have a lot of time to do it because, as you can see, I have a lot of things that I like to do, and I don't have a lot of time to do it. I have 3 balls. One was a soccer, another softball, and a basketball. Those are to show that I used to go and play all those 3 games. So that is all. I hope you enjoyed this video for this week. Bye!